Hey guys, welcome back to part 3 of Mahi Mahi season. So today is... that's a good question. It is Thursday, September the 12th. I'm just getting set up. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't in a rush. I came out here earlier this week. You'll see in this video. It is absolutely baking, guys. It's almost unbearable, but you know, it is what it is. So we have a typhoon going through the strait there between Taiwan and us near Okinawa, making life living hell, but it is what it is. I have the cart because it is cart season. Got the cooler, got a little bit of ice in there. I got my water and whatnot. Setting up, got my big straw hat. Switch out my sandals for my Crocs. I made a new addition to my gear, which is this ladder. We going fancy. It folds out so it's straight and it's the actual perfect length for the pier. But yeah. Let me grab my pole and my gaff. See how this makes life so much easier. I'm not having to make multiple trips. I got another pole here. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I don't think so. I have it set up because on Sunday, bringing a bunch of American friends up here, some of my wife's coworkers, because they're kind of jealous. Got my Mahi Mahi shirt on, so yeah. So let me set up, let's get out on the pier, let's have some fun. So, been out here, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. Not much. A lot of people casting. As you can see, the wave stayed really windy. Makes some overcast, choppy conditions. I really prefer this compared to other stuff. Makes it a little harder to see where they are, but you know when they're here because everything just goes chaotic. If you saw in the last video, how just all the flying fish are going crazy and all the bait fish are just jumping everywhere and it's just utter chaos. Yeah, that's how it is. Sorry if all you hear is but you know, it's windy as shit. Keep fishing. I'm gonna be out here for like an hour and a half. Not gonna be here long today. Tomorrow I'm gonna come for the long haul. It is 34 today. Just utterly making hot, but this wind makes it a lot more bearable. Next few days we're gonna get some rain. I see an opening on a charter. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go because I love sharing. I love Mahi Mahi. But let's keep fishing. Let's see what we can get. I'm only gonna be here for a little bit. I'm setting up real quick. There's like 15 people on the pier, so there's quite a bit. It's really windy. It's those exact conditions that I was talking about. So let's see what we can do.
So for this week's episode, we're going to go through the week of September 9th. I went fishing in the same location, Itsiki Pier, that I've featured on part 1 and part 2 of this mini-series. There's going to be several more episodes as the Mahi season here in Hirado, Nagasaki, Sasebo lasts from roughly September to, I would say November. Depending on how El Nino affects the currents and migrations this year, we could see it a little bit later, but I'm not putting my money on it that it'll last till December. I was showing you guys there my breakfast for the day, which was a local convenience store like protein drink. If you guys do make it out to Japan, I would highly suggest it. Their price is unbeatable for like $1, and they're pretty good. Fills up your stomach so you're not dying of hunger or whatnot. So anyways, if you guys haven't checked out part 1 and part 2 of this mini-series, please, because it really helps you understand what I'm doing here. So, as I was saying, I arrived pretty late in the day for this type of fishing. I wasn't really expecting much this day, but you just never know with the Mahi Mahi, especially in the beginning and the ending part of the season. As the weeks go on, especially in the last week of September and the first 2 weeks of October, the Mahi are just absolutely everywhere. So part 4 and 5 of this mini-series I'm expecting to just be absolutely nuts. On this day, I didn't get anything, but I did have several near misses, which was frustrating. They were actively in the area, but they were more in the deep water. As you'll see later in this episode, I'm trying to think how to call them. The local fishing boats, I guess you could say, were dragging nets and getting a lot of the fine fish. I think this really, really affected the Mahi in the area, which is frustrating, but at the same time, I can't really complain because I know they're trying to make a living, and this is their prime time. A lot of these guys come down here for short periods of time just to work, and they live in these like apartments 5-6 people deep, and they basically go around the country trying to find work. So can't really complain since I'm just out on a pier fishing. So just saw a bunch of action over there right in front of these boats that are coming by. I'm not sure if you picked them up on the screen yet, but watching the water really hard. I guess they're pushing all the bait fish. Sure, they're definitely here. It's a matter of time of them coming close to the pier. So as you can see here on the back side of the pier, we actually had mahi come through. This is super common. As the schools come through, they're basically chasing down any bait fish that they can find, and they will do numerous circles in the port before coming back out into the bay. It's one of the funnest things. I'm not even gonna lie, because you literally have like a few hundred mahi running through there. Last year I was able to grab some really small ones, catch and release type stuff, but as the season goes on, I will bring out another pole that's lighter, since I have these tiny GT spoons that I picked up in Okinawa. They're really good for them. You can check them out there. I don't know, 100 feet. You really don't need to throw these things far at all, because as weird as it is, you could basically catch these things with a metal spoon and a hook attached to it. Mahis are, I hate to say it, not the smartest of species. This ended my day because the heat was really starting to get to me, even though the wind was pretty nice. But I wasn't really worried about it because I knew I was coming out the next day and the weather was looking a little bit better. Alright guys, so I've been out here maybe 30 minutes. It is really starting to heat up. I'm going to put on my rash guard or sun UV shirt pretty soon, but I've also switched up from my mahi colored green blue short lure to my longer pink one. If I can get it off. But yeah, so rocking the eagle gun still. Sorry guys, I'm watching the water. I have an assist hook on the front, and then I have just the normal hook that I use in the back. Guy next to me is also switched up the jig, I think. So So it's getting closer to noon now. It is utterly hot. I'm waiting for these clouds to come. We need the clouds so bad. We're just baking. One guy did get a mahi on the other pier. Happy for him. I actually know the dude. So I chat with the guys over there on Instagram. See what colors they're using. See if they see what I'm using. It's kind of cool. But basically just waiting. So the sweet period is sunrise. And anywhere from like 10:30 to about 1:30. So right now the pinnacles just they're not rolling through. I don't know if all these fishing boats took all the bait or I don't know. Maybe it's just too hot. I don't think so. They like the hot. But just sitting there frying. I can't really complain though, guys. Day on the water, day fishing is better than not. But yeah, out here catching a sunburn. At least I know when they jump on the pier over there. Yeah, you know they're here. Alright, so let's wait. I'm watching the wrestling anyway. So after that, I'm going to watch the Dodgers. Because, you know, Otani doing his thing. Alright, guys. The beautiful thing about fishing during this season for Mahi Mahi is nothing really changes. Every single day, the ferries and boats come by the same time because they're on their set schedules. You see the charters coming through, you see everybody. And most of the people who fish on the pier are actually fishermen. So, like I was saying, a lot of these guys roll through. They're just seasonal workers. And they're like, oh, I'm down in Hirado, so that's Mahi season. The other thing is as the day winds on, you can slowly but surely make your way to the end of the pier because a lot of the guys that come out here fishing are for other species. But as the season goes on, highly anticipate only Mahi Mahi fishermen. Alright guys, so pier over there, they got 3 on. They're popping everywhere. I'm hoping they move a little bit farther down. The guys at the end of our pier are trying to get in that action. Let's see if we got action right here too. Probably gonna get lit up right now. Definitely got action out here, guys.
Man, Grandpa.
Zach should have came out earlier, guys. We got a better spot. Alright guys, as I wait my turn to take the ride, because they're everywhere here today. Yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting, enjoying. Temperature's 29. It's going to be 32 today, a little bit less. There's a typhoon, as I've mentioned in previous videos. It's coming closer to us, but it's not going to actually affect us. We're not even going to see rain out of it, but it's putting high pressure, so I think that's why the fishing's really, really good right now. But we'll see. I see a lot of activity out here. I see a lot of activity in the deeper water. It's not in casting distance, and everything that's being caught is on the pier over there with the red. So let's see. Everyone's getting alerted. They're off our shore, so they probably will move in soon. do this. Literally splash and disappear. So frustrating. Alright guys, like I've shown you the last few times, I'm chilling on my ladder. I'm watching the seawall. Only difference is today, it is pure glass, so you can see everything. Fishing boats are still here, doing the nets like the other days, but I basically can see anything. Disadvantage, no wind, almost no cloud cover. There's some clouds here and there, but we're just baking. I'm about to throw my sun hat on. I have my full UV gear on because last time I forgot to put stuff on my face and my face just utterly burnt. But I'm basically just sitting here waiting, throwing the bait a few times. I'm starting off with pink Ego pin, as always. I got the big one on. I might go smaller because I've noticed for the most part they're going on small, which is weird because last year it was big, but it might have been big just because we had worse weather, like a lot of winds, a lot of winds. But like I said in the previous videos, it is still super early in the season. Super early in the season. Only other people on my pier today are guys bait fishing for that zebrafish. I forget what it's called, like the hard skull. A couple guys on the other far pier at the very end doing poppers and Ego pin, but looks like it's just me today. I don't know if I'm going to stand that well because it is going to be up to 35. Just utterly crushing. For those who have been to Florida, super humid areas, you know what this is about. This is like 110 degrees. Just, oh my god. It's all because of Alright, so last couple of minutes I've been seeing a lot of bait fish reacting in the local area. I'm not sure if there's something here, something stalking, or something that's riling them up, but definitely can tell there's something about. They're just jumping all over for no reason. But it's no like, oh, this area for sure. It's like here and there, here and there, here and there. So I can't tell if they're reacting to the water temperature changing, a boat in the distance. I don't know. Boat's coming out of the bay, so let's see if that riles them up, riles something up. Alright guys, so I relocated to the end of the pier because the couple that was out here left. It is almost 11. I'm going to stay out here till noon. As soon as I hear the bells, I'm going to call it a day for today. But having a little bit of activity here and there, having some splashes a little farther out. Two guys that are shooter fishing, Mahi Mahi fishing are over there. Lots of bait fish. Lots and lots of bait fish. And these aren't the flying fish, these are other types. So not sure if I'm gonna come out here tomorrow. I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna stay around the house, clean up the house, do my stuff I need to do as an adult, laundry, all that good stuff, so I can come out here Sunday, because I'll be out here Sunday probably like 4 a.m. to noonish, so I can get back home, get out naps and all that good stuff. But clouds are, I hope they're moving my way. Like, it seems like the shade is coming. That would be really appreciated. Let's keep fishing out here and let's try our best. If we don't get anything, I'm not really too worried, because it's September. Like, I got my first big bull last year, because last year was my first season out here. I learned everything I know about this last year because, you know, I was hanging out with what I call the Cool Kids Club on the other pier. I'm talking to a lot of fishermen up here last year, trying to learn the way it does. That's why it's so important that you guys talk to your fishing buddies. You make communications in the communities. And if you don't have that, you're just here on tourism, go to the stores. They're going to talk to you. They like to talk to you. But yeah, let's keep fishing. I'm going to actually go grab some water real quick.
Alright guys, no luck today. It's all good. It's a little bit after noon, like 12:15. I'm calling it quits. Beautiful day. It's just way too hot. I'm not seeing much activity. I'm seeing, a couple flying fish here and there. The Sheeta came through here, far out. There's no way you're casting to that. Came along this ridge, came to here, and then came back. Like you could see him retreating, but just not coming in close enough. Might have to do something with it's so hot. We'll be back in like a day or so I'm not worried about it. And like I said, super early in the season, so I'll drive back home. I'll come back out here in a couple days.